I swear, what is that? No, one bitch. Oh, I go find. And I said, let's All right, guys. All right, all right, all right. How we are doing? I hope everyone can hear me. Um, can
Yes, we
everyone
can.
hear me? I hope I'm clear enough. Please.
Yes,
All right,
yes,
good
we
stuff,
can.
good stuff, good stuff. So, how's everyone? All right, and then welcome to another trading week. Pretty much, it's going to be interesting this week because the market is reacting off certain things that we want to, maximize during this coming week. And one thing that always makes me always make me always made mention of is the fact that everything move. Does that make sense? So whatever has happened during last week, and that's why we are here to actually to break down what we should expect. Want everyone here to please let me know if I'm audible. Anyone, which currency pair should I start?
BTC. I want to see BTC.
Daniel. Sorry, you know your own Daniel. Daniel,
Can
me
you
I
guys
did
hear me
talk.
Can
now?
you hear me?
I did stalk you guy.
I said we should start with BTC. Daniel, your network. I'm busy my own.
No, I think it's Daniel's own. I can hear you clearly, Debbie.
Thank you, thank you. Daniel, your network is not good. Let me text him.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can.
All right, so my network is currently shitty. I don't know why it is this bad, but I'm coming, guys. Okay, guys, can you guys hear me now? I hope everyone can hear me clearly. It looks like my network is back. I hope everyone can hear me right now.
Yes,
Right,
I
so
can hear you.
good, 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 good. So let's go ahead and just continue from there. So you said we should start with BTC USD, and that's a very good one because I'm looking at a buy right now on BTC USD, and then it's a beautiful opportunity to buy BTC because why am I interested in buying? Because I can see a downward channel, and then of course, when we have a downward channel, what that means is we are looking for a buy opportunity. That means if we have a downward channel, the price is moving within. a vacuum, where price is moving within a space or within just something like this, you see price just moving within a range like this, you should expect a kind of a push to the upside whenever price wants to break outside from this. So you could see some push like this. So this is what I'm anticipating right now. If it is a upward channel, what does an upward channel means? It means price is going within a vacuum to the upside, and then what I expect is a break to the downside. So pretty much you can still tell on the higher time frame that BTC is very much on the uptrend, and then that is also what is confirming the confluence for me. So I hope you all can see this currently. So this is the channel that we have currently forming on BTC USD, and my time frame precisely is the 5 minute time frame. I have to be very precise about that. Yeah, the 5 minute time frame. The only issue I have with this particular zone is the fact that we might take a little bit of time before we see this move happen. Because of course, aside from the fact that we want to catch this move, we also have to consider what are the hindrances, what could actually stop this move from happening. So it is advisable for us to either take a buy from this point right now or wait for the breakout at the top side. Either of these ways, we have to just wait. Okay, so if we take a buy right now, it means we are going to play the long-term game. Does that make sense? So if you have to take a buy right now, and the reason why I am even trading right now is because market opening in few hours. And what that means is when the market is about to open in few hours, it means that there is actually a lot of potential or volume to be coming into the market at that point in time. BTC is, of course, known to be a crypto pair. And then we also have to understand that people who trade Forex also do trade it. So there's a lot of things that actually that is confirming this buy right now. And then we just have to be able to, stick to it. So let's go to the analysis part. Let's start. Of course, first thing first you want to do is you want to go to the higher time frame, and then from the higher time frame we can see that so far so good. We've not seen any low, any significant low being taken out, but we've seen a significant high being taken out. What does that mean? That means if we have price pushing to the upside, creating higher highs and higher lows, and then all of a sudden we start seeing lower highs and lower lows. Okay, how do we know that price have shifted its course to the upside? Is when we see price taking out a significant lower high that created a lower low. Okay, and then from there we can see some push like this. Now, what does that mean? That means that if we see price creating pushing to the downside like this, for us to conclude that we've changed our course, it means for us to conclude that we've changed our overall direction, we need to see price take out a significant high or a significant low. So what does that mean? That means we can see here that price already took out this high. So that definitely leaves us with one option, telling us that we could see some low and then we could see some highs, putting our buy position right around here. So that's what we're currently seeing on BTC USD. And then we have to pay attention to, let's go to the chart again. Now, come to the chart. You can see overall from this point, we can see that we were in a downtrend. And then what's going to give us the idea that we've shifted course is, look at it, there is a significant low that was taken out. Okay, so we can see that from here we had price push to this upside. Let me go to this. So from here, price pushed to this upside and then took out this low that created this high. So then that tells us that what we have shifted course to a downtrend. And since then, we've seen price do what? Drop aggressively, significantly, and of course, we've seen this. Now, one thing that has happened is we've seen that price now have taken this low first of all that took out this low, now taking out the second low again that created this significant low, which tells us that what we've seen a higher low, and we've seen a significant change of character right there, and then we can also see similar stuff as there. So right there, those two zones literally means that what the price is in an uptrend. Now that is just on the higher time frame. But what can we now say would be the time at which we would say price has shifted course is when we see price break below this region. Okay, if price can ever break below this current point here, then we can now say that we are currently bearish on BTC USD. But overall, right now so much bullish, and then that bull move is what we want to catch. Okay, we want to be able to find out how we can take a very nice entry, and then we should be able to take our positions and make profits off it. So without any further ado, you can see what we have on the 1 hour, on the 4 hours. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, we can also see that we've not seen any significant low being taken out just yet. So that leaves us with the option that we are still overall in an uptrend. So I'm currently buying, of course, like I said, I'm currently buying BTC USD. And I told you that you can do two things. You can either wait or wait, because there is nothing, there is no other thing you're going to do right here. You just have to wait, watch it play out, either ways. But if you want to play the safe card game, you could wait for the channel to be broken out. Okay, you could easily wait for the channel to be broken out off before you take your position. And how is that channel drawn? You can easily see that I got to the second tools, which involve lines, and then I went to the parallel lines, and then I just want to pick up some points. Just look at it clearly like this. Can you see that? Now you can see how the market has just been moving within this range. Does it make sense? So now the channel has three most important parts. I'm teaching you guys to understand this. It has three most important parts: the resistance, the support. Okay. Now the support and resistance, and the support and resistance, the resistance and support. What does that mean? It means it is divided into three. We have three layers, okay, 2 3. So whenever we see price moving within this channel, it could easily push to the upside, or it could easily reject from the middle point, break through the middle point, convert the middle point to resistance, push to the upside, break below it again, go back to the middle point, do as if it wants to go down again, break above it again, then come down. I hope that makes sense. So if you look at it right here, you would see that clearly. Can you see this middle line here? I hope everyone can see this middle line. Where is this pencil icon? I need that drawing stuff. Okay, good. So you can see this line here. Can you see that dotted line? That dotted line. That is our support and resistance. You can see how price has been reacting off it. You can see how price has been reacting off it. Price reacts off it. Price react off it. React off it, and so on and so forth. So right now, what is currently stopping price, of course, is that particular one. That particular what's it called now, that particular line. So if one would want to wait, you could wait for price to break above, then give us a retest, then shoot above like this. But I don't like catching moves at highs. I like taking moves from the lows. So we are currently in low, and I don't expect anything other than a very good push from that current market price. So I hope it makes sense, by the way, guys. I hope that makes sense. And overall, on the weekly aspect, we should expect a reverse, a very aggressive push. If depending on two things, yeah. If this candle currently that closes in 9 hours, if it converts into a bullish candle, then it means we might be able to see some higher highs on BTC. Does that make sense? So if not, if it doesn't convert, if it doesn't change the next 9 hours, you can say the 9 hours here. It takes 9 hours for this weekly candle to close. If it doesn't close bullish, then definitely it means we might see some bearish move on the wall on the coming days of this week. I hope that makes sense. But my current analysis on BTC is a buy right now. I hope that makes sense. So if is anybody taking the buy with me, or I'm the only one taking my buy myself? Because we're about to be in a massive profit, guys. We're about to be in a massive profit.
I'm taking the bio.
Yeah, taking the buy. All right. So let's consider we are going to put our stop loss right there, so that we, of course, know that we are safe. Okay.
Are we
So
entering now?
you know what is going to happen? Let's wait for the breakout. Okay. Let's wait for the breakout.
Okay.
If you have excess liquidity to put at risk, yeah. If you if you have excess liquidity to put at risk, you could, of course.
No, I don't have excess liquidity.
But yeah, good. So if you have excess liquidity, let's just wait. Let's see some significant confirmations, and then we can take it back. But I'm currently in already, so and I'm keeping my stop loss slightly. So the 1 1 is 300 mark. I'm keeping my stop loss. slightly below. So we have two positions. Okay, please can you hear me?
Mm.
Okay. Good. So now what I'm expecting is price should buy as far as this. So, but the most important thing is patience, right? Patience is key. So we expect the break, and then my take profit, of course, is always an exhaustion point. So I'm expecting price to come to this exhaustion point, and then that will be my take profit for this trade. So stop loss is currently below the 114,300 mark, which is around 114,216.6. That's my stop loss in case you're buying right now. And then if one waits for a retest, it means we want to wait for price to break above, then come back, and then we see that push to this upside. So it's just that me, I might maximize the trade in the sense that as price keeps moving, I'm going to be opening more positions. Okay. So if we have a break like this, a retest, then we can see a push to the upside. So like this right now, we can see a very good trade. So, but we want to see the breakout. What does that breakout? We want to see a significant breakout on the 5 minute. I'm focused on the 5 minute, guys. I'm focused on the 5 minutes. So, um, let's go to the next pair, guys. Next pair. Welcome. I welcome everyone. I welcome everyone. Gentle, Okoyemi, Collins, everyone watching on YouTube right now. Eniola, welcome. Debbie, Oyinade, Fedayo, Shubi, you're welcome, guys. You're welcome. So, what we are saying is we want to make analysis and predict the next move for the week that is coming. So, let's go to the next pair. Anybody, what pair should we analyze next? What pair? What pair? USD JPY. USD JPY is a very good pair to analyze, and then it's easy if you just have if you don't have much money to really put at risk, you could easily trade USD JPY. Okay, what does that mean? It means that while you're watching the market and then while you're trying to make decisions, you also want to consider your safety. Okay, overall, you want to consider your safety overall. Now, NFP first of all has done not NFP. Powell's speech has done a lot of disaster to the market. But despite that disaster, something is common. And what is common is that the market always will still follow structure. Does it make sense? So at the end of the day, it is still structures that we are yet to read. Okay. What does that mean? It means that looking at this on the higher time frame from USD JPY, we can see clearly that what we are currently in a downtrend. And what does that mean? That means we are only looking for opportunities to sell. Simple as that. How do you know you're in a downtrend? You can see that based on the reaction of Powell's speech, price took out this low. Remember, I said lower highs, lower lows. Price took out this low that was created this significant high. Okay, price took out the low, this low here, that created a significant high. So whatever we are looking for right now, clearly this is a what? A significant change of character. So which means we've changed our character from an uptrend to a downtrend. Doesn't make sense. So whatever we're looking for right now is an opportunity to sell. And then how can we decide where to sell and where to buy? That will now reverse us back to our knowledge of the overall week move, which is like I always say, the market has done a move last week. We are going to use that information to make a decision this week. Now, we want to go to overall from last week. We started the week on Monday, so I'm just going to go to Sunday 22, somewhere around there. We started the week there, and then we closed the week nicely right here. Now, the highest point price got to that week is this point here, of course. Then we can see that the lowest point price got to is this point here before the close. So before we take any sell, we want to see price break below this previous week low. We want to see price do what? Break below the previous week low, and then we see some sort of retest. Okay, what does that mean? That means that we want to see price actually give us a significant breakout of this low here. Then we see a retest like this, and then we go short. Does that make sense? So this is what I'm looking out for USD JPY. USD JPY is currently just a sell. Let's check out what's happening on BTC USD right now. I think we should be doing well on BTC, possibly. Okay, yes, it pushed up. Whoa, okay, so we are currently above the support and resistance line, which is the middle line, and then very good trade. So let's see if we can break above this particular resistance at the top. Okay, want to see if we can break above that resistance at the top. So currently within $192, and then okay, so currently within $253. Nice one. So let's see what will happen there. So USDJPY, we already know what's going to happen. We are looking for sales, nothing more than sales. Okay, nothing more than sales, because of course we want to focus on the higher time frame. Remember, the higher the time frame, the stronger the analysis. So we are looking for sales on USDJPY. Let's go to GBP USD, a very beautiful trade, very beautiful pair. I mean, I love how GBP USD have been giving a lot of opportunities to swing, but if you can swing, you can also maximize day trading as well. So overall, it is clear that we are bullish on GBP USD. We don't need to think twice about it. The downward trend ended after Powell's speech, so all we just have to see is some reversal into equilibrium or previous week low, and then we are good to go. What does that mean? We want to go to Monday, look at how where price opened on Monday, and then the highest point it closed or the lowest point it closed on Friday. So on Friday, we have the lowest point as this, and then on we have the highest point as this. Throughout last week, price did not go above these 2 points. And now what do we want to see? We want to just wait for the equilibrium. We want to see price come into equilibrium before we take a buy position. I'm not supposed to share this equilibrium for free, but you have it already. So I just want to see price tap into the zone before I take a buy on GBP USD. That makes sense. So you see, I'm not looking for too much things. I just need to see price do what I want it to do. If it does, fine. Just target some sort of pips like that. So if you want to swing, remember I'm always focused on what my exhaustion point. So this trade idea is for swings if you want to swing, not for, because we are currently making a decision on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so GBP USD overall we are looking for buys, and then our buys must be above what equilibrium. If this fails, then we have to look out for what a buy from the previous week low. As simple as that. That's it. As far as price don't break below this low, then we are still strong on the buying momentum. So that's for GBP USD. Euro USD, similar stuffs, because two of them actually work similarly. So we closed right here. Then we want to look out for a push. Highest point price got to this point. So that's interesting. So we have more opportunity here on USDJPY. Why do I say so? Because price is currently close to what the place at which it closed the previous week. So we can easily see a breakout and then a retest, and then we can buy off. So what that means is I'm looking for a buy above this region, and then I'm looking for another buy at equilibrium, and then I'm looking for another buy at what? At the previous week low. That's just it's just as simple as that. No much lines to be drawn on this chart. Just if you use this strategy consistently, you will see how beautiful it works. I can tell you that all the moves that happened on what's it called, on this guy's speech, was as a result of the previous week low. The previous week low, that was what pushed everything to the upside. Look at it. Should we test it? Should I show you? See, look at it. On Monday, this was the opening. You can see the lowest point for the previous week, which is last 2 weeks or last week. Pretty much. Can you see that is where the buy started from? So when this guy just spoke, everything just what shot to the upside. So you see, that's just it's a strong strategy that can help you diffuse or reduce the noise that you see in the market today. So there's a lot of noise here. You just have to know what you're doing and then be able to, just go with this. So we all have an idea of what we're looking for on Euro USD, BTC USD, as well as USD JPY. What other pair, guys? What other pair? Let's check on BTC. Oh, BTC now is back to entry again. But there's no need to panic. There's no cause for alarm. We are still in play. We are still in play. Any other pay? Any other pay, guys? Any other pay you want me to analyze? Quick one. Any other pay, guys? Is there any other pair you guys want me to analyze right now?
Can you do you analyze indexes like index?
Index. Which of them? Which of them? Which of the indexes?
Nasdaq.
Okay, like Nasdaq. Good. So Nasdaq
Uh,
is pretty much interesting. Aside from Nasdaq, which other one again?
US Tech.
US 30. Good.
US Tech
US 30
Tech.
is my number
US
one.
Tech.
Okay, US 10, not US 30. Tech. Is that not the same thing as US 30? No, I'm not sure it's something else. That's just NAS 100. I think they are the same thing. US Tech and NAS 100. They are the same thing pretty much.
Okay.
As
Should I say
you can
another?
see here as no, let's go with NAS 100. Let's go with NAS 100. Let's go with NAS 100. I like the NAS 100. You can see that that's the full name is US Tech. So good. All right. Overall, we are still very much bullish. Overall on US Tech, we are still very much bullish. Let's check the daily time frame. Okay, so we might see some reversal, of course. We might see some reversal, but we want to, of course, pay attention to one thing first: previous day high, previous day low. Okay, previous day high, previous day low. That's all the strategy is. I don't use any other strategy. I just focus on this. But there are more to it than just this. There's a way I maximize my trade that I don't share. Except good. Now that's the beginning of the week. This is the closing of the week. So I think we are currently above equilibrium, if I'm sure. So this is the lowest point price got to that week, and then we could see that somewhere around there is the highest point of the price. The highest point price got to that week. Good. So right now, let's take our measure two and check out for equilibrium. We are currently trading above equilibrium, so we might see some buys soon, some sweet buys soon. We might see some sweet buy from this particular zone here. So if we could see a retest like this, price sell off back into this zone here, you should see price tap into the previous week high. Does that make sense? So we're just looking for long in here on US 100. But the issue will be where do you want to put your stop loss? Because as much as we want to take trades, we also want to consider where to put our stop. Okay, now this is just on the higher time frame. But remember, the higher the time frame, the better the analysis. All right, does it make sense? So on the 15 minutes, we are just expecting price to come in here and then we buy off from that. Looking at it too, we have a solid fair value gap. I'm not a fan of fair value gap, but I like using it at times when I see the need for that. So if we were to put our stop, we could put our stop slightly below that fair value gap, and then of course target the previous week high before we take our profit. Does that make sense, Emily? So, is there any other pair you want me to analyze right now? I'm going to go to crypto shortly. I'm going to go to crypto shortly. Let's check out some pairs like CAD JPY. Okay, what's happening on BTC right now? All right, good. We are back up in profits, guys, on BTC USD. We need to see price really break above this is the trade, guys. This is the trade. I'm telling you, this is the trade. This is the trade, guys. Did you open that position? Good. Yes, close first position. So we are just going to watch BTC play out. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. We might see some aggressive push, yeah. We might see some aggressive push soon. I love BTC, man. BTC is just it gives you problem, but it prints the money when it wants to, especially when your analysis are right. So let's go ahead and check out some other pairs. I don't like some slow pairs. Let's check. So Eniola, are we fine on what's it called now? Are we fine on NAS 100? Are you there?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, good. Okay, let's check US 30. You know US 30 is also an index, right? Hold on. I love you. So US 30, Nasdaq, all of them, they are all indexes. So US 32, beautiful W pattern before the push. Poo, poo, poo. I love that. But let's go ahead and look out. Previous week high, previous week low. Okay. Now, want to just come in here, look at Sunday. That's the opening. Then this is the close here. So for that week, we got price got to this point as the lowest point. Price is currently trading above equilibrium. That means we are looking for more buys. Simple as that, guys. Simple as that. From Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we should be looking for more buys, or from Tuesday at least. So let's measure equilibrium. If we measure equilibrium, this particular point here is our equilibrium. So we might want to wait for price to come to this equilibrium before we buy off. And you can also trust me when I tell you that US 30 is a friend to Fibonacci. Does it make sense? US 30 is a friend to Fibonacci. So, whoa, okay, so we are above that particular zone right now. We are above that particular zone right now. Did anybody on this live take this trade right now? Did anybody on this live take this trade? Did anybody take this trade currently? Okay, I think nobody took it. So just watch it play out and then
Yes, yes, but it's on a demo account.
okay, good. You took it on a demo account, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, good. Send me a screenshot of your entry. I want to see your entry. I want to see your entry. Send me a screenshot of your entry.
Bye.
Your entry, where you entered. Beautiful stuff there. What is spike? This BTC USD. Good stuff, guys. Whoa. Okay, 500. I want to enter into my okay, maybe because we don't request them. You laugh. Better open like 7 positions. All right, guys. So, we're watching BTC play out. Beautiful stuff, guys. Beautiful stuff on here. Sure, all of you have seen how I make my decision. There is no what's it called? There is no fugazi to it. It's just pure analysis. Okay, GBP JPY, GBP JPY. Okay, let me say GBP JPY. Let's look out for GBP JPY. GBP JPY. Beautiful one, guys. So GBP JPY looks very much to the upside, but we want to focus on sales on GBP deploy because overall on the higher time frame, we are still feeling okay, okay. Here's DPY is a bit tough. Let's check. What do we see? I still see more of sales. I still see more of sales. Let's look for Monday. Good. Now, lowest point price got to this point, highest point, this point. Okay. Now, equilibrium, we are below equilibrium. I can see that already. We are below equilibrium. So we just wait for price to come back to equilibrium and then we'll sell off from that point. DJ, we are selling on Monday. On Monday, so we'll set from equilibrium down to what previous day low. Okay. Remember, we always target what we always look out for. I think 30 pips is not bad for GBP JPY. Risking $3 on a trade that can give you 120 pips. That means you can get $12 from that trade, 1:4, and you're going to be fine. Nothing's going to happen. So the reason why I'm leaving that space is because of this particular zone here. Price might want to tap into this point before we could see a sell. So let's just give it a little bit more breathing space like that. So we're looking for sales on GJ. Let's check out what trend line is saying because GJ also follow trend lines. You have to be very so this is currently a trend line right now. So if price did not tap into this point, we could see a short from below this trend line. Okay, we could see a short from below this trend line. Does it make sense? So if we could see one of these two things, then we have a good trade right there. Whoa, what's happening on BTC, man? Yo, whoa, guys, come on. I mean, this is literally the skill set. Once you know it, you know it. There is no two ways about it. Yeah, you know it, you just know it. And this is a Sunday afternoon, just a Sunday afternoon, just a Sunday afternoon. Yo, now come down. All right, so we are back into the channel right now. We're currently back into the channel, and then we want to see that price actually retest that channel. Okay, now we cannot call this a breakout. Okay, why can't we call this a breakout of the channel? Because we've not seen at least two candlesticks being bullish at the top, or we've not seen a bearish and then a bullish. If we can see a bullish candle form like this, then we can see a breakout. Does it make sense? Right now, we don't have a breakout here. So guys, we're currently live and we're currently printing on BTC USD, guys. We're currently printing on BTC USD. If you are not on this live stream, you are missing out on what's possible. So guys, we're currently live and we're currently printing on BTC USD, guys. You've done more than one relationship already. All right, so channel is still in play. You see some selling pressure to the downside. Let's keep watching. So GJ, we have our buyers for GJ. Now I want us to line up out my watch list based on the one that has high probability setup. I'll still go to gold. So just BTC. We are currently on BTC already. So let's leave that out. We have GJ US 30 for a buy. We have GJ. Let's go to gold. Their daddy. We're currently buying gold. Like gold is a buy. It's not. It's not. It's there's no two ways about gold. There is just buy, buy, buy. Just keep buying the fuck out of gold. Because of course, first off, it is above equilibrium and looks like it should shoot above the previous week high. Okay.
But on the BTC,
Yeah.
if it was come back to the downtrend, it is meant to go back up, right?
You said what? If it was what?
The BTC,
Yeah.
you said
You said if it is a downward channel, is that what you're saying? Can Eniola hear me there? Hello? Enya, are you there?
yes. I mean,
Okay, so you said what?
I'm saying the way you analyze it. The
Yes,
way you
BTC.
analyze it,
Mhm.
yes, it was meant to go up, reach the equilibrium, come back, then up again.
Are you talking about BTC right now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so I didn't use equilibrium for BTC. All I used is a channel.
Okay, okay.
Just
I came.
do you understand? So
Okay,
if we have a downward channel, we should expect price to push up. If we have a upward channel, we should expect price to push down. Doesn't make sense.
push
Just
up.
look at it.
Okay,
Have I deleted the
okay,
channel?
okay,
So
okay.
if we have price pushing to the upside and then it is forming a channel like this one now, this is you can see that overall market is moving to the downside. I mean, that's a downward channel. Okay. If overall price is pushing to the upside, that's an upward channel. But when we have a downward channel, we should expect a buy. That means we should expect something like this. So you have a channel, then the aggressive move should be what? A buy. Do you understand? If it is a upward channel, if it is a upward channel, with the upward channel like this, you should expect price to do what? Break to the downside. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So, yeah. So let's go. We're currently on gold. We're currently looking at gold, and then we're seeing a buy opportunity on gold because first off, we are above equilibrium of the week, of the previous week, and then that could lead to an aggressive or impulsive move to the upside. So also we are above previous day high, we are above previous day low, and then all of things like that. So let's see that as well. Um, so right now we can just wait for price to come back to this zone and then we can take a buy from this equilibrium point. Okay, so we can just wait for a buy off of this point, If peradventure price sells off to that point, if it doesn't, we might just want to take some instant buys right there. But we want to target what this previous week high. Okay, does it make sense? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Does it make sense, guys? You're back up on gold. No, BTC, sorry. You're back up on BTC, yeah? Good stuff, guys. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So just let it play out, leave it. We need to see some bullish candle, guys. We need to see some bullish candle. The only thing there is if we are to take an entry at the top right now, it might require us to risk a little bit more because we might want to put our stop loss below the channel. Professionally, that should be where your stop loss is. Do you understand? Professionally, that should be where your stop loss is. Okay, from the picture Eniola sent, I can't see your entry though. I can't see your entry. Um, I can't see your entry from this picture. So let's watch how this BTC trade plays out, guys. And then if we can take profit by 12 this midnight, I mean that's a very good one. If we can take profit by 12 this midnight, good. Okay, I can see your entry now. Okay, so your stop loss currently is very tight. And what time frame is this? Is this on the? Is this 5 minutes? Is this 1 minute? Or what time frame is this for PM? Is this 1 minute? What time frame? And the stop loss we are using is 114216. If price can ever come to that point, then we are going to use our stop loss. We are going to cut loss right there. All right. So any other pair, guys? Any other pair we've currently traded? We've looked at for what we're expecting on gold. We've looked at for what we're expecting on US 30, what we're expecting on GBP JPY, what we're expecting on USD JPY. We have said on USD JPY that we're expecting more sales. Okay, we're expecting more sales than the buys. So make sure you pay attention to that as well this week. If we could get that momentum, then let's see Euro JPY. I love Euro JPY as well because it does play out nicely. It gives good push at least to some extent. But let's look for sales on Euro JPY. Okay, and the other time frame we have price taking out lows, and then right now I could see some instant sales. Okay, price could still sell off depending on two things. Okay, let's check the equilibrium and then the previous week high, previous week low. So now, right now, from this, we can easily measure equilibrium. Currently, price is reacting off equilibrium, and that's where price is pushing to the upside. So for us to take a sell, we need to see price come below the equilibrium. Okay, if price doesn't come below the equilibrium, we won't take a sell. Okay, we need to see price come below the equilibrium like this. Before we take a buy, before we take a sell, I mean, we need to see price come below the equilibrium. If price don't come below the equilibrium, then it means we might still want to keep looking for longs to the previous big high, okay, or slightly above. So we just wait for one of these two things to happen. Just watch the equilibrium and then see to what that give us. So Euro USD as well, we already know what we are expecting. We are expecting buys as well on Euro USD. We are not doing any other thing apart from buying Euro USD next week. And then for us to do that successfully, we need to see price come back into what the previous week equilibrium, or break above the previous week high, or break to the or come down to the previous week low. So with that, we can actually make a decision of that as well. USD is also a very good pair. You might want to look at that. We are seeing a sell. This one is an automatic sell right now on what's it called? On USD it's an automatic sell. Okay, USD this is just a sell. Let's take our lines again and draw price previous week high Monday. Remember, good. Then so now from this, now we could say that this is the highest point price got to that week. This point here. Then this year is the lowest point price got to that week. So we might want to see a break to the downside before we buy off. Okay, we want to see a break to the downside before we buy off. Oh, no, before we sell off. I mean, we are selling USDCHF. I hope somebody is writing these things down. I hope everyone can. I hope everyone is understanding what I'm breaking down here. I hope everyone understands what I'm breaking down. So we are expecting more sales on USDCHF, and then for us to take that entry, we need to go to the what? To the 15 minutes time frame, of course. But we want to see price go below this previous weekly. Okay, if we can see that break, then we can go short from there. Okay, and then if we are to sell, where will be our target? Our target will be somewhere here, the support level here. Okay, we want to sell off to this point. So if we can do that, or if price can shoot up again from this point, tap on our equilibrium, then we can see some sales off from that point. Okay, two ways. Let's measure our equilibrium. Where's our equilibrium? What does equilibrium means? Where the balance of last week is. Does it make sense? Where the balance of last week is. So that's the balance there. So we can see that from there we can now take a sell off to the downside, okay? Or at least to this point. So if this can happen, then we can have good profit for ourselves next week. So what is happening on the BTC right now? Are we still dancing around? Okay, we are still dancing around on BTC. Let's see this. But USDCHF, I think USDCHF is going to be my number fourth most how will I put it? The one that I feel will literally play out USDCHF. Euro JPY too has more momentum, but we need to see price come below the equilibrium before we sell. If it maintains above the equilibrium, we buy. Euro USD, buy. That's what we're looking for. There will be a sell, then we buy it from it. GBP USD, we expect a buy as well. Buy. Okay. So CAD JPY, CHF JPY, good. We are expecting an instant sell on CHF JPY. Instant sell on CHF JPY. CHF JPY has not really moved so much on the higher time frame, but I have been able to anticipate some moves. I don't know if you can see this my cursors here. I've been able to anticipate some move on USD JPY, and then it has played out nicely. Okay, you can see how I anticipated that price will come to this particular exhaustion here. You can see the exhaustion zone there, and then from there you can see how price sold off nicely from there. Can you see that? At least price tapped into what this exhaustion before it went before it stopped buying. Before it stopped selling, I mean. Can you see that? So my analysis and predictions have been right. You just have to be right there, and then you have to take opportunity of it. So right now we are expecting a sell. Let's go and remove all these drawings, and then go to the Monday. Good, like that. Then like this. So now lowest point price got to this point. Lowest point, this point here. Highest point so far this point. Are we above equilibrium or below equilibrium? Looks like we are above equilibrium. We want to see price come below equilibrium before we can do anything. Okay. So you can see equilibrium right there. If this equilibrium is not making sense to you, I think you need to look at how careful you need to look at it carefully, because it is making sense to me. It is making sense to me. So you can see we need to see price come below the equilibrium, then we sell off before we can continue our sales. If not, if it trades above the equilibrium, then we can just keep looking for buys opportunity. Does it make sense? I hope that makes sense, guys. So we already have a change of character as of this point, because this is the high that created this significant low here. This high created this low, this low, this low. So you could see that price already changed course. So it could just mean more buy opportunity. So guys, is there any other question for me? Is there any other question for me before I go on further? Okay, it's asking if there's a trade on BTC. Yes, there is a trade currently on BTC. We are currently buying BTC, but from the current market point, it still looks interesting to buy off right now, but you might be exposing yourself to a larger risk. Okay, but we took a trade as early as this point. Okay, that's where we started buying from. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys very much for joining this live stream. We have 2 people on YouTube. We've been live for an hour. I'm going to just share the results from this particular BTC buy in the channel. So if you're not in the channel, make sure you come to the channel, and then make sure you are. Whoa, what was that rejection I just said? So if you're not in the channel, make sure you're in the channel. That's the Telegram channel, and then I'll share more updates there. So see you guys next time, and then until then, I wish you a successful trading.